and we're going to start in child's pose. So big toes touch, heels or knees are mat width distance apart. Bring your forehead to the mat, to the earth. Connecting here, connecting with your breath, connecting with yourself, connecting with your space. Really feeling the air in the room. It might be warm, maybe it's cool, maybe you're outside. Just notice the air on your skin. And in Baptiste yoga, we often use ujjayi breathing, which is that whisper sound in the back of your throat. And although I can't hear you, see if you can make your breath audible. So really feeling that in the back of your throat as well. It helps to warm the muscles, to warm the body, and it brings a focus, like a breathing mantra to your practice. And I'll give you gentle reminders to come back to that ujjayi breathing as we practice together tonight. So 2 more deep breaths. And then curl your toes under and come into downward facing dog. Fingers spread wide on the mat. Pressing into your palms, pressing down into your heels. Maybe walk this one out, bending one knee and the other. Just coming into your body. Maybe the first time you've been upside down today. So let the energy flow from your tailbone out through the crown of your head. Anything that's come before this moment, just let it go here. Let it go for this next hour at least. And then find stillness. Find stillness and just notice. Again, connecting with your ujjayi breathing, your only focus. The only intention for this practice is breath. And taking one more deep breath here. And on your exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. We're coming into ragdoll forward fold. So feet are hip width distance and just fold forward. Maybe grabbing the elbow points, shaking the head yes, shaking the head no. And again, feeling that energy flow off from the base of your spine all the way out the crown of your head. Just let go here. One more breath. And now with a slight bend in your knees, roll all the way up to stand. Big stretch up, extended mountain pose. Bring your palms together, rest them at heart center. Shutting down your eyes for just a moment. And with your breath, maybe set the conscious intention for yourself, for a loved one, for our world. And then coming to the top of your mat, we're going to flow through some Surya Namaskar A. So big breath up, extended mountain, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart forward, and exhale, chaturanga, or use your knees, high to low push-up, maybe add an extra. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath, ujjayi breathing. Couple more breaths. And at the bottom of your exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain, big stretch, fingers wide. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, heart is forward, spine is straight. Exhale, chaturanga, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Find movement if you like in your body, maybe bending a knee and the other. Just warming up our muscles. One more breath. And at the bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees and step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, arms float up. Extended mountain, one more time through. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, straight spine. Exhale, chaturanga, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Beautiful. One more deep breath in. And at the bottom of your exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, straight spine, heart is forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So big toes touch, heels are about an inch apart. We're going to be here for a couple of breaths. Warming our quadriceps. Maybe lowering a little bit more. One more breath. And from here, we're going into Dekasana, airplane pose. So move the weight into your left foot. Reach the right foot back, straightening the left knee for Dekasana, airplane pose. Slight back bend here. Heart is forward. Drishti is facing down towards the earth. One more breath. And exhale, bring right foot to meet the left, arms float up, and we'll flow through Surya Namaskara B. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high push up to low. Maybe add an extra push up tonight. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward to your right thumb. Rise up to warrior one. Finding stillness here. Pinky fingers point in towards one another. Right knee moves towards 90 degrees. Pinky toe edge of that back foot is planted firmly on the earth. Find breath. Take an inhale, maybe a little back bend. And exhale, we flow. High push up to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward to the left thumb. Coming up, warrior one. Welcome, Marina. Find breath. Pinky toe edge, the knife edge of that back foot is planted firmly on the earth. There's an outer rotation of the upper legs. And pinky fingers face towards one another. Maybe a little back bend here, your warrior one, your Virdrasana one. One more breath. And exhale, flow. High push up to low push up. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Ujjayi breathing, that whisper sound like the ocean in the back of your throat. Since we can't visit the beaches right now, let's bring the ocean sound to us, to your room, to your imagination. A couple more breaths. And at the bottom of your exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes touch. Come up to Utkatasana. And you do another Surya Namaskara V variation. So take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, move your weight into your right foot and left foot floats back for airplane. So really, really strong in that left foot, left leg, really strong, maybe lift it a little higher. And there's a slight back bend here in airplane pose. Heart is forward, drishti gaze is down. One more breath. And exhale, left foot meets right. Inhale, Utkatasana and flow. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga, your version, maybe extra push-ups, use your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, coming up into warrior one. Maybe a little back bend. And exhale, flow, high push up to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward to the left thumb. Inhale, warrior one. Back bend here. Exhale, high to low push-up, chaturanga, your version. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Warming up. Connecting with your breath. Beautiful. Raise your hips a little higher to the sky. Feel your thoracic spine reaching towards your heart space. Opening the upper back. Upper arm bones spin in. One more breath here. And on your exhale, step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. We're going to flow through one more variation of Surya Namaskara V. So inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high push up to low push up, maybe adding extra. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart reaches towards the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward to your right thumb. Coming up to warrior one. Exhale, open to warrior two. Landing in this warrior two, find your drishti gaze over that right middle finger. One breath. Strong legs. Turn your right palm up, reverse your warrior. Reach up towards the sky. Move your heart towards the sky. One more breath. And here we're going to tip into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So coming forward onto that right foot, right fingertips touch the earth, lift the back leg. Really strong left leg here. stacking your left hip on top of the right. Find your drishti gaze, something not moving. You can reach back for that top leg if you like, or float the left arm up high. Maybe trying to lift the bottom hand off the earth. One more breath. Slowly and gracefully step back into warrior two. And chaturanga. Windmill your hands to the earth. High to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward to the left thumb, coming up into warrior one. Open to warrior two. Find your drishti here. Really intentional. Strong legs. You know where we're going. Put the left palm up. Reverse your warrior. Really reach your heart towards the sky. Find one more breath. And on your exhale, slowly, gracefully tipping or stepping into Ardha Chandrasana. So tucking your left hip under your right. Find a strong standing leg. Top arm can be up high. You can reach for the top of the back foot. Really strong upper leg too. Maybe spinning open just a little bit more. Beautiful. One more breath. Slowly and gracefully stepping back into a warrior two. And spinning down. High to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find breath. Beautiful. Hips reaching towards the sky. Maybe feeling your heels closer to the earth here. And on your next inhale, raise the right leg up high behind you. Bend that knee and stack that hip on top of the left. If you like, you can flip your dog. So right leg lands softly behind you, right arm stretches towards the front of your room. And gently flip back, coming into a high plank. Right palm lands on the earth, heel spin to the right. Raise the left arm high to the sky for side plank. You can have your right knee on the earth here. A big stretch up. Raise your left hip a little higher. One more breath. Exhale. Left palm comes to the earth. Chaturanga. Inhale the up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise the left leg to the sky, bend the knee, rolling that hip open, and stay right here in three-legged dog, or flip your dog. Reach the left arm forward or coming into wheel. Finding breath. One more. Spin back around, coming into high plank. Left palm placed firmly on the earth. Spin your heels to the left. Right arm comes to the sky or side plank. And this right foot could be up, could be in front. And rest it behind. You can play here. One more breath. Raise your hips maybe a little higher. And exhale, chaturanga, high push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find breath. Maybe walking out your heels here could work. One more breath. And on an exhale, going to step or float to the front of your mat. Take a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight is back from your heels. Hips are low. Find breath. Bring your palms together to heart center. And you're going to twist to your right. So left elbow comes outside of the right knee. Maybe look up over that left shoulder, the right shoulder, the right elbow. Finding breath. Bring the right hip back in space. And the knees a little bit deeper. Trying to get the hips lower than the heart. One more breath. And exhale, fold forward. Toe your feet apart about hip width distance. And with your peace fingers, grab your big toes. Come to half lift. And fold forward. Where is your Ujjayi breathing? Whisper sound, ocean sound. And on your exhales, letting the breath take away any tensions, any thoughts, any plans, any stresses. Just let it flow out the crown of your head. One more breath. Release the palms, toe your feet back together. Big toes touch, heels are about an inch apart. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Getting the shoulders to the back here. Pinky fingers turned in. Fingers spread wide. Let's wiggle our fingers a little bit here. Distract them from the legs. Strong legs. Where can you release in the upper body? Let go. One more breath. Bring your palms together to heart center, and we'll twist to your left. So right elbow comes outside of left knee. Bring your right hip back in space. Trying to keep the knees in one plane. Open your arms here if you like. One more breath, maybe twisting a little bit more. And exhale, release. Fold forward, toe your feet hip width distance. And grab your toes with peace fingers again, or take gorilla. Bring the palms underneath the feet. Coming to half lift. And fold forward. Bend your knees here if you like, if you have tight hamstrings. I do. Just finding some release in the upper back and in the hamstrings, maybe even the lower back. Letting the head and neck go. One more breath. Release the palms. And just for a couple of minutes, we're going to play with crow pose. So you have options here. You can just take a squat, so feet mat width distance, toes pointed out, and come into Malasana here. But if you would like to try crow, planting your hands, toes together, the back towards the behind you, and then bringing your knees up close to your armpits here. And maybe this is where you are. Or tip, maybe lift one foot, maybe the other. and maybe both. Pressing the balls of your feet together, trying to straighten the arms. Find your drishti. Find your breath. You're in crow. Hold this for 3 more breaths. And when you're ready, you can fly back to chaturanga, high push-up, the low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, walk that out. Walk your hands back to your feet. And then with a slight bend in your knees, we're gonna roll up to stand. Big stretch up. We're going to take eagle pose. So right elbow comes under left. Bending the knees, right knee comes over the left. So bring your elbow points up even with your shoulders. Maybe bending the knee a little bit more. Remember to breathe. Find your drishti. I love eagle pose because it reminds us how we do have obstacles and barriers in front of us sometimes. So look through them, look beyond them, look around them. See the big picture. And it's temporary. Because with the exhale, we're going to release that and stretch up high. Inhale for extended mountain. And we'll take eagle on the left. So left elbow comes under right. Bend the knee. And bring the left knee over the right. So this top foot, you press the pinky toe edge into the outside of the right calf. Tuck behind. You can also rest on the floor for a kickstand. But bring your elbows up even with your shoulders. Beautiful. Find breath. Don't forget to breathe. It's the most important part of this practice. And one more breath. And on your exhale, release. Big inhale up to extended mountain pose. Hands come to heart center. We're gonna do leg raise now. So let's take Tadasana first. So feeling all 4 corners of your feet grounded into the earth. And when you're ready, really grounding through that left foot, all the weight comes over to the left foot. We're going to raise the right knee. Hold the right knee with the right hand. Left hand comes to the hip. And pull the femur bone back to the hip. The hips are in one line here. Find breath. Really strong raised leg, flex foot. And now open to the right. And maybe extend that left arm long. And look left, challenge your balance a little. So strong. We're going to come back to center. We're going to kick that left leg or the right leg out long. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that right foot halfway up your mat and tip into airplane pose again, Dekasana. So find Dekasana, really strong top leg. Pinky toe edge of that left foot is turning towards the earth. Foot is flexed like you're standing on the wall behind you. Foot at 12 o'clock. Find one more breath. And on an exhale, come up, take one last step towards the front of your mat, and we're coming into tree on the left. So the right leg comes to the inseam of the left. Palms together at heart center. Feel grounded. That left foot is your trunk, your roots. When you're ready, grow your tree. Tall tree, maybe a cactus tonight. Opening shoulders. If you want to challenge your balance, maybe you can look up. Maybe there's a slight back bend. It's okay to sway in the breeze. Your tree. One more breath. Beautiful. Bring the right foot to meet the left. We're going to flow. Inhale, extend the mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, chaturanga, high push-up or skip it. Low push-up or extra. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Slowly, we're going to roll up to stand. Big stretch up, extended mountain. Palms together. And hands to hips. And from Tadasana, deep roots again. Grounding firmly through that right foot. I'm going to raise the left knee. Pulling the femur bone back into the hip. Hips in one line. And from here, opening to the left. Right arm can go right. You can gaze right. Challenging your balance. Really strong left foot here. Remembering to breathe. And bringing that left foot back to center. Gonna kick it out front. Arms up for 3, 2, 1. Step it halfway up the mat. And we'll tip into airplane pose. So really find your Dekasana here. There's a slight back bend, heart moves forward, the gaze is down, maybe somewhere at the top of your mat. Palms face towards the earth, really strong triceps, toning your triceps. Strong right leg, 2. Pinky toe edge, spinning in. One more breath. And release. Take a big step forward to the front of your mat and we'll find tree. So left foot comes to the inseam of your right. Hands to heart center. Grounding so strong through that right leg. And when you're ready, grow your tree. Maybe look up to challenge your balance. Find a back bend. Opening your left knee a little wider. One more breath. And exhale, left foot meets right. And inhale, extend the mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, high push up. To low push up or skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Step your right foot forward to meet your thumb. Coming up and around to warrior 2. Straighten your right knee. We're going to tip into triangle. So left hip comes back, trying to stay in one plane here as your right arm moves forward, 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 and then tip into triangle pose. Stacking your left hip on top of the right. Left arm floats up towards the sky. And if it's okay on your neck, look up at that top arm. So really try and tuck that right hip under the left. Feeling an openness there. Length through both the right and the left side bodies. Sometimes it helps to come up a little more and you get more movement in the hips. Find breath. Be careful not to lock that front knee. One more breath. And now your inhale, let your left arm pull you up to stand. Turn all 10 toes towards the long edge of your mat. And we're going to fold into Prasarita. So your choice for arms, you can clasp them behind your back for the shoulder opener or hands on the hips. Take a deep breath in and we'll fold forward. Flat back. Rest the arms on the earth. Forearms. If tripod headstand is in your practice, go ahead and release the crown of your head to the earth and come on up. And sometimes here it's nice to bend one knee and the other, just opening the hips, opening the thighs. And grab the big toes. Lots of options here. We'll be here for a couple of more breaths. If you're in tripod headstand, come down. And everyone, hands to the hips and with a flat back, come up to stand. Turn your right toes to face the front of your mat. We're coming into pyramid pose. So right toes face the front of your mat. Options for the arms, maybe clasp behind your back, maybe reverse namaste, and folding forward over that front leg. Making sure you're not on a tightrope here. Call Lisa Ellison.
Calling Lisa Ellison. Mobile. Hi, Julie.
Hey, you know what? It did it again. It says it's logged in from some other device. And it just ended my class again.
Okay.
I don't know why it keeps doing that.
We can still see you.
Get you back in.
Oh, wait. Now I hear them.
I can still see you and hear you.
Good. Okay. Why can I not see or hear you?
This happened last week too.
Marina, thank you. Well, Lisa, they're saying they can hear me.
Yeah, and I can see you. Nothing changed on this end.
Gonna talk and we'll see. Okay. So we're in pyramid and now we're going to go to, sorry. You can stay here. Actually, we've been in pyramid for a while. So let's go ahead and take Vinyasa. So high push up to low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Bring your left foot forward, coming up into warrior two. Straighten that left knee, and we're going to tip into triangle pose. So left hand comes down to triangle. Right arm reaches high. And really, again, trying to stack the left hip under the right. So feeling expansion, feeling stretch and wide and lengthening through both side bodies here. Find breath. One more breath here. And let your right arm pull you up to stand. All 10 toes towards the long edge of the mat. And we're coming into prasarita. So hands of your choice again. So on your hips or clasp behind your back. And we'll fold forward. So really letting go here. If you want to take tripod headstand, go ahead and do that.
I unmuted myself so that you know you're not teaching to an empty audience.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Still here.
It's like when I was training, how I used to try and like just pretend I was teaching. It's great. It's a new challenge. Thank you.
Yeah.
And we're in prasarita. If you're in tripod headstand, take that. Otherwise, we'll take one more breath here in prasarita. And then release your palms to the mat if they're not already there. Turn your, bring your hands to your hips with a flat back. Come up to stand. Turn your left toes forward and step your right foot up the mat a little bit. We're going to come into pyramid pose. So folding down, arms of your choice, folding into pyramid. Not sure how long you held it on the other side, so here for a few breaths. Bring that left hip back in space. So trying to keep your hips in one line. Maybe finding a little more opening in that left hamstring. Remembering to breathe. I know I am. And plant your palms on the earth, step back, high push up to low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. And on your next inhale, come forward to plank pose, high plank. Really feel yourself pulling into center. Tight center, strong arms, strong legs, straight spine. Feeling that connection from skin to muscle to bone. We'll hold this for just another couple of seconds. And slowly, slowly, as elbows skim the ribs, lowering all the way to your belly. Turn a cheek to the side and rest. Take a breath. And now we're going to take locust pose. So arms long down beside you, palms face towards the earth. And when you're ready, lift your head, lift your shoulders, lift your legs, maybe your thighs, your arms, find breath, pushing your pelvis into the earth. One more big breath here. And exhale, release. Turn a cheek to the side and take a breath. Locust one more time. So arms down long beside you, palms face towards the earth, and come on up. Head, shoulders, maybe look up towards the sky, find breath. And release, let that go. Turn a cheek to the side. And next we'll take locust again or floor bow. If you want to take floor bow, bend your knees, reach back for the top of your feet or your ankles, and come on up. Locust or floor bow, shoulders back, heart up. Maybe look up, strong legs, kick, kick, kick if you have bow. One more breath. Exhale, release. Leave your knees bent, and you can maybe windshield wipe your legs from side to side. Opening the hips. Release that. Bring your hands down along beside you. We're going to push back into downward facing dog. And then you're going to step or hop through your hands and come through to sitting. Lay on your back to set up for bridge pose. So bridge or wheel. We're going to all start with bridge. Feet are at 12 o'clock, hip width distance. And then one vertebrae at a time, slowly rolling up to bridge. Maybe clasping your hands underneath you, rolling your shoulders in. Can you bring your hips a little higher? One more breath. And slowly lower. We'll do two more. You can take bridge again, or two wheels, or bridge and wheel. And when you're ready, coming on up, planting your hands for wheel, or rolling up to bridge. And go. Remember to breathe. One more breath. And slowly lower down. Take a breath at the floor. And we'll do one more. Bridge or wheel. Come on up. And I'm assuming it looks beautiful. One more breath. And slowly lower down. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees spread wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can rest one hand on your belly and one on your heart. And now we'll practice a little bit of stability, which is I think where we left off last week. So bring your feet up high to the sky, and your legs are like one really strong leg here. So hands rest next to your hips, and we'll slowly lower the legs 30%. 30% more. Hover the feet, coming to low bow. Lift to high boat, Navasana. Low boat. Lower the hands, raise the legs high. Two more times, just like that. 30 degrees. 30 degrees. Really strong legs. Hover the legs, coming to low boat. Pull the pit of the belly in. Navasana, high boat. Back to low boat. Lower the hands, bring the legs up. One more time, lower the legs. Lower the legs 30 more degrees. Hover to low boat. Pit of the belly in. Navasana, high boat. Low boat. Hands down, legs come up. Hug the knees in. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit. And this one is definitely on your honor. We're going to do 20 yoga bicycles. So, hands behind your head and try not to have your knees come in past 90 degrees. So elbow to knee. 10 on each side. Your turn. Go. Intentionally, slowly, like you're cycling uphill through mud. Remember to breathe. And when you're done, hug your knees into your chest. Grab behind your knees. We're going to roll on the length of our spine. Roll over your feet. Come back through downward dog. And we're going to make our way into half pigeon on the right. If you prefer pigeon on your back, you lay on your back and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So noticing the breath, not trying to change it. Soft ujjayi breathing, feeling the energy in your body. Maybe your muscles are tingling. Letting go of any last little remaining thoughts in your mind. Be here for about 3 more deep breaths. See if you can make those deeper than the ones before. And now slowly, slowly coming back up. And wherever you are, you can move through a vinyasa or through downward dog. We're going to make our way to half pigeon on the left. So left knee comes to left wrist, or just switch legs at the floor. So finding your pose, finding your stillness. Finding your breath. Just being here with that. You guys are back. Yay. Couple more breaths here. And slowly rising up, coming into seated, swing your leg around so their legs are in front of you. Sitting nice and tall in staff pose. Reach your arms up long. We're just gonna fold forward, grabbing wherever you can or want. You can have a nice bend in your knees here. And we release. Slowly, slowly, slowly coming back. And we're going to lower all the way onto your back. In your version of an inversion, so you can just simply have legs up the wall. Maybe you want to come into headstands, maybe handstands, or shoulder stands. So a few breaths in your version. If you are in shoulder stand, you may want to bring your legs back for plow. Maybe deaf man's pose. Couple more breaths here. And slowly and carefully bring your legs down. And we will rest in Shavasana. So turn your palms up in a receiving gesture, quieting the breath, quieting the mind. Noticing the energy you've created here today. And just rest in that for a moment. Taking a couple more breaths here. Beginning to come back into your body, back into your room, feeling the air in the room, feeling that on your body, noticing your breath. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes, or taking any last movement your body's craving. Maybe a big stretch up with your arms behind you. Whatever you need. And then when you're ready, rolling onto a comfortable side. Maybe resting your head on your arm and taking a couple of breaths there. Feeling gratitude. Gratitude for self-care, for your health, for this ancient practice of yoga. Slowly sitting up, comfortable seat, your eyes closed. Bringing your palms to heart center. Bringing your palms to forehead center. As a reminder of right thought. And to your lips. As a reminder of kind and truthful speech. And to your heart for divine grace. Thank you so much for showing up for each other and for yourself tonight. The light in me sees and honors the light in me. Namaste.